kind of grab you. And try that again. I'm gonna get a right angle on this. Try that again. There we go. Okay, pick you up. Uh, I need a, I need a flat surface. This'll work. The fuck balls? There we go. Bye-bye. Anyway. And then there was the middle. Oh, where do I even start with this mess? Oh god, it's blinding. We can fly. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. There we go. Hey, Vanikins. How you doing? What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Yup.
Come with me, and you'll be
Lucifer.
in a world of OSHA violations. Come with me, and you'll be forever happy.
How you doing? Thank you for the follow. What's going on? Thank you for the sub, Vanikins. Yes, this is literally the game. I was being serious when I told you what I was planning on doing. Let me add that to your total. Give me a second. Venikins, 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 Venikins. There you are. They'll keep you. Let's see. So sub 1. You still have 2 spins whenever you want to use them. But yeah, The entire goal is to clean everything with my hose. Yep, your next sub, you'll get another spin. Actually, the next two subs you do will be spins. I'm actually thinking of retiring how I do the wheel probably soon. Maybe replace how I do it. Because I got a bunch of jelly beans of different varieties. I got like the Burt, some of them that are similar to like the Burt's jelly beans of nasty flavors, and some spicy ones along with some good ones. So I'm thinking of mixing them all together, and whenever anybody subs or donates, I eat like a bean or something. I've had a couple of them already. I haven't had like the hottest ones yet, but I figure what I'll do is just randomly grab like one or two beans depending on what I feel like doing and just eating them separately. What I wanted to do was there was a type of jelly bean. I think it was Skittles. It was either Skittles or Starburst. I forget which, but they did a Halloween special last year, and I missed out because I didn't realize that was a thing. Of zombie. Yeah, I think it was Skittles. Zombie Skittles, where it was more or less Russian roulette. Either they tasted good, or it was supposed to taste like rotted meat. I hope not. But yeah, I tried getting those, but by the time I found out, they stopped selling them officially. So the only place you could get them were like scalpers off eBay. And I'm not really going to go to eBay to buy food because you never know what they're going to do with it before they ship it to you. Amazon's still a little kind of iffy, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I would trust Amazon more, but you can easily get people like selling their own stuff on Amazon as well. But it's probably not going to be as bad or concerning as maybe like eBay or heaven forbid Wish. God, can you imagine buying food off Wish.com? That's like a hospital visit waiting to happen. Hey, what the fuck am I missing? Is there like gunk on the top in that crevice that I'm supposed to get? God, I hope not. That's gonna be a pain in the ass if that's the case. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Okay, yeah. There, that crevice right there. I figure as much. There we go. Try takeout on Wish. Yeah, featuring the yeah, the first lineup you have is Taco Bell, Because when you think 2 a.m. Intestinal discomfort, you think Taco Bell. Either that or Waffle House. I'm not sure which one would be worse, but it would be a close toss up between Taco Bell and Waffle House on who would give you the most intestinal discomfort at like 2 a.m. in the morning. Because either case, it's a poor decision. Like 2 a.m., you're sitting at home, high with your buddies, and you're like, "We need some food. You know, it'd be good." And everybody's like, "Dude, what?" And they're like, "Taco Bell," and you're like, everybody's just like, "Yeah, let's totally get Taco Bell at like 2 in the morning, on an empty stomach, after drinking a ton of booze." There's no way that could go bad, right? Everybody's like, "Nah, it'll be fine." So, so everybody goes. Well, better Linda Blair than Carrie. Come out covered in blood. It's like, what happened? I had Taco Bell. It came out the wrong end. I'm horrible. I can admit it. I am a horrible person with horrible ideas, and I should probably be restrained at some point. But that's not going to happen because I'm just a distraction to all the terrible things in this world. So here I am, spraying virtual walls with virtual water, running up a virtual bill to the millions, probably, trying to please some kind of Aztec god so he doesn't explode a volcano all over the place again. But simultaneously, probably pissing off the same gods by throwing their totems down into the ocean. And at least two different times she ended up howling. So it was kind of adorable. Yeah, because not only did my mom, but my friend's wife comment that when I left the vehicle and they were still inside, watching Bella while I go and do something inside a store or whatnot, they would comment how much she whines about me just not being there. And I thought about it and it's like, well, I got enough time to record on my cell phone, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just leave Bella in the car. I'm gonna hit record on my cell phone, leave it sitting on the center console, and go inside. And then when I come back out, I'm just gonna watch and see what happens. And well, that was the result. I'm like, yeah, let's just say it was something. I'm gonna work on. Let's work on the pillars, and then I'll work on the walls. This year she turns 11. She hasn't had her birthday yet, but she'll be 11 this year. I mean, pretty much ever since I got her in 2015. I'll let you do math there, since you're really good at figuring out age and whatnot. Mm. Um, we've basically been more or less inseparable. Aside from when I go to work or I have to leave the house and go do something, I can't bring her with me. I've always had her around me. Then when the damn senior home decided to tell me that even though they are claimed to be pet friendly, they aren't. It's like, if you're going to claim to be pet friendly, what you're doing right now by saying Bella can't come in is not pet friendly um, activities. The best you can claim to be is pet tolerant. I mean, it's to the point that I'm pretty sure I'm the only person that delivers newspapers at that depot that still actually walk into senior homes and delivers the newspapers by hand instead of just simply labeling them or leaving a paper behind of who gets what papers and just leaving them at the door. Yeah, it was. I don't even remember his name. We're just gonna call him Paul Blart the Rent-A-Cop. Because the security, a lot of times, if what I overheard them saying is actually accurate across the board, security guards are just a stopgap on having to have continuous head nurses in the senior facilities. I mean, they can't even do their job on a regular basis anyway, so they just sit around most of the time or drive their stupid security van and just look for stuff. I mean, if you want to be just as effective, just sit at home and do absolutely nothing. You're about as effective as a security guard if you do that. Yeah, I mean, most of the place is independent living, but let's put it this way: there's people that live in that independent center or area that should in no way be considered independent. Because I actually had somebody approach me and she's like, "Can I use your bathroom?" I'm like, I don't live here. And she's like, "You don't have a bathroom? I don't work here." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And then she approaches me a few seconds later with the same question. I'm like, "I don't work here." I literally had an "I don't work here" lady moment. And I can't be mean to her because she's not fully there in the head, which is completely understandable. But the fact that she's also living independently, it's like, who thought that was a great idea? I don't think they actually do. It's like they sign up or whatever, and then they're just given keys or something. I don't. I think it might be like a personal run thing, not like state funded organization kind of deal. Because I'm pretty sure like state, if it was state funded, they do have to do that. But again, I'm no expert, so I can't say. But a lot of their practices, it makes you question a lot of things. I still remember one time there was another senior home I used to deliver to, but since the pandemic started, I stopped delivering in there because a lot of times their hallways smelled like urine, and that was just absolutely disgusting. And there was one of the receptionists that was supposed to, watch the door in case, people came up to it. She was passed the fuck out at her desk, sleeping. So I'm knocking on the window, knocking on the door. She's out cold, like literally completely out cold. And one of the other workers happened to pass by, walks up to her, sees her passed out cold, and literally has to shake her like a British nanny would somebody, or at least a stereotypical British nanny, I should say. Um, she had to shake the ever loving crap out of this receptionist to wake her up. And she does, lets me in. And shortly after I walk in, she's out cold. She eventually got fired that same day because one of the higher ups that ran that facility walked in on her sleeping. Yeah, that's completely fair. If you run the work at a business, you're probably not going to want to be involved with it after you're long gone. And I think that goes for pretty much anything. Like people who work fast food, a lot of them don't ever want to go back and eat there because the things that they know is just absolutely disgusting, or they just got sick of eating the food, whatever the reason. Um, Hell, I even heard a Reddit story about somebody that made the programming for the Teslas, the self-driving part of it, the software, and they absolutely refuse to drive or ride in a vehicle that's actively using that programming. And I'm just hearing that, and I'm like, why? Please elaborate. I would love to know these very specific reasons why you refuse to do that. And there's a lot of questions. If especially if you find out some where some people used to work and they tell you they absolutely refuse to do X, Y, or Z or associate with that place again. Usually the first question an intelligent person is going to ask is why? Why do you not want to work, associate, deal with, or just speak to said individual business or company? Because that's going to paint a pretty good picture for you. I mean, just because somebody doesn't eat at the restaurant they work at, there could be a very good number of reasons. Perfect example, they may have a dietary restriction, or they may just be allergic to literally everything on the menu. Or they could be vegan and you're basically working at, like, more or less a slaughterhouse. Why would you be vegan and work at a slaughterhouse? I don't know. I mean, it's your life, you do what you want. Or you could just simply be vegetarian. And most of the stuff that they offer is meat, and they don't offer like a vegetarian dish. Yeah, more often than not, there is going to be a tell or a very good uh, reason that may make you want to second guess: is this a good idea? It's almost like when a boss tells you, I want you to do this very questionable thing, and you as a professional ask for it that direction in writing. Their very next thought shouldn't be, yes, I will give you this completely absurd instruction in writing. Fucking hell, Venikins. Uh, I thought that was Mags for a minute. But yeah, damn it, what was I saying? Their, right, their next thought shouldn't be, yes, I'll give you clear directions covering your ass, saying that I told you to do this questionable activity. Instead, their next thing should be, is what I'm telling this person something that I'm willing to risk my job over? Because it's a lot it's really funny. A lot of Reddit stories, when you hear about the horrors of employment, usually start off with, everything was going great until this one day we got a new boss. I mean, 9 times out of 10, that's usually once you hear we got a new boss, you know exactly where that story's gonna go. And it's gonna derail so hard, it's gonna make wrongfully accused look realistic. And I'm gonna go out on a stretch and assume that you probably never heard of or seen wrongfully accused. Yeah, please tell me you've heard of wrongfully accused. It's a movie, more or less a comedy. Yes, you don't quit a bad job, you quit bad management. I mean, to be fair, my boss is a complete asshole. I have to stare at him every day in the mirror. Yeah, the funny part was I told that to my friends, and there was a moment. It took them a good moment to realize, wait, aren't you your own boss? There was a good minute of, do we understand exactly what you just said? Hey, it's Cal. I'm on my way back to Rushless to see what's going on. In case you're wondering what Rushless is, that smoking volcano over there, that's it. There have been reports of volcanic activity across the entire Pacific Rim. Yeah, don't say. This really doesn't sound good. Well, hopefully the time-traveling aliens in the RV I just cleaned up are able to get that problem solved for us. But no, seriously, have you ever heard of the movie or seen the movie Wrongfully Accused? Because if you, oh, I highly recommend it because one of the actors, let me get him the name of the guy. Hang on. Wrongfully accused in no. Let's see. The eight. Honestly scared of your new boss. Been there 15 years. Been through a couple of. You're nervous. Yeah, fair enough. Here's the thing, though. When it comes to a situation of people hiring a company hiring a new boss, one of two things are going to happen. Especially if the new boss is an asshole. The higher ups are going to either A, be completely stupid, like you hear in the Reddit stories, and not do literally anything about it, and suffer huge amount of negative feedback when all their good workers quit, and in no way question what the hell's going on. Or B, they'll actually be intelligent, and when the good workers who've been there like you 15 years and you start raising a ruckus or suddenly are on some kind of warning or um, reprimand thing, they'll go and think, hey, what's going on? Why did this good performer suddenly start getting a bunch of shit going on? Maybe we should investigate. But the likely story is they're not gonna higher ups, the VIPs, CIOs, whatever, CIOs, CIAs, CEOs, MOUSEs. They're not gonna give a shit. They're just gonna be like, are we still earning money? Yes. Are we getting any negative impact on this income? No. Okay, keep going. Yeah, how dare I bring logic into real world problems? How dare I have common sense, ingenuity, good looks, a shining new used car of 10 years plus, a dad bod, and a bitch. Right, Bella? Bum, 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 bum. Oh, one thing I've always joked about whenever it gets towards the summer is putting a bunch of tie bands in my beard and just cutting them off and selling gamer guy. What would it be like? Gamer guy beard hair. Hey, Craig, you walked in at an interesting time. And again, I'm not popular enough to get away with that shit. I wish I was. Oh no, I'm trying to be better than that. Besides, I don't think I have the chest for it or the embellished looks. Oh, you mean when I shave the entire thing off and my eyebrows and my hair? Yeah, I shaved my eyebrows. It's kind of hard to notice over webcam, but that was fun. I just looked at my eyebrows and I'm like, well, I shaved everything else off. I wonder what it'll look like. But how are you, Craig? How's Kitty? How's everything going? How you doing? They grow back? Yes, they do. And I constantly see ads for like hair growth formulas and stuff, and I'm like, you do realize I am purposely trying to get rid of my hair on purpose. You paint yours on anyway. Yeah, I know a lot. I knew people that did that, especially when I was working at the call center. It's like I would have people that would just sit at their desk while they're waiting for the next call and just put on makeup, and I'm like, I brought Bella with me, and I have no idea how it came up, but eventually my parents, my mom told me about the massage gun they had. I'm like, I should try that on Bella to see how she likes it. And apparently she did, so my mom decided to buy that for a Christmas gift for me last year. The only bad thing about owning a massage gun is when you're single. Because how the hell do you massage yourself with a massage gun without learning some form of yoga in the process? I mean, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that somebody can successfully use a massage gun on, let's say, their back by themselves without needing to learn some kind of uh, way to disjoint at least two or three of your own limbs in order to be able to do this successfully. Yeah, some of us are just that flexible, and I'm not going to say anything more on the subject. I can totally picture it's like, how flexible are you? Well, I mean, I can give directions with my feet. You want apple cider? Hmm. Alcoholic or non-alcoholic? Fair enough. Carry on. I'm actually out of my own rum. I need to go get more Baileys. I found my alcohol of choice. Oh, by the way, Lynn, are you going to be free Wednesday? Or not Wednesday, tomorrow when I plan on doing Forewarned? I think Fraser may have mentioned it to you. Pretty sure OSHA would have some kind of field day with the amount of violations I'm probably committing at this time. Wait, I should not be able to walk up this slant. There is no way I should physically be able to walk up this slant like that. That is... No. That is wrong. There is something very wrong about this. Maybe I am a cat. Or a mountain goat. I could be a mountain goat. So you know what? I know a soundtrack I could play that is completely... I'm hoping to wake up like 3 or 4 p.m. Central Time. I may have to give like Gil or Ven my number to call me to help me wake up. Well, Ven has my number. Yeah. I'd offer Fraser to call me and wake me up, but, you know, long distance charges and bullshit. Okay, so basically 5, which is the original time I try to wake up by, but never do. Alright, so tell me this isn't bullshit. Tell me Tell me this is perfectly logical and it's perfectly okay that I can frickin' walk up a slant this steep. Because I'm calling bullshit. I need to do some research for my game before I go to bed tonight. Don't want my GM yelling at me again. I mean, as far as lore, the only thing I got so far is text about the entire rim about ready to blow. Oh, I said I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do it. I played Alien Isolation in VR on hard, so it can't be any worse. I played Phasmophobia in VR. I plan on saving to get a haptic suit so that way I can feel if things touch me, hit me, shoot me, stab me. You know, all the good stuff. Okay. I'll wait till Ben, or Lynn gets back. Almost said Ben. Oh, okay, so I guess it's 2 sections of pyramid wall. Got it. Okay, that's racist. All white people don't sound the same, and you know it. Besides, I'm pretty sure I don't sound like a crack addict. Just saying. That's that side. I love that clarifying ding of clean hood. That is that one simple pleasure in this game that makes me happy. Actually, you know what? Let's lower the volume a bit. That way you can hear me a bit better. Because I tend to be quiet when I talk. I try not to talk too loud, especially considering the fact it's like early o'clock in the morning. Even though my neighbors are actually awake at this time of day, I still don't want to be that guy, for what it's worth. Yeah, ding, make brain go burr. Ding, make brain happy. I mean, each game that I played, there's always something that just brings the inner child in me and gives me happiness. I wonder if I could put this up here. Can I put... No? Alright, fine. Yeah, I guess I got fall off to place you. Damn it. Alright, place. Thank you. Alright, that's one. I thought those were independent sections. I mean, like, when I was playing Spyro, just collecting everything. Just the confirmation of, you got 100% in this level. That made me happy. Yeah. I gotta use my portable bidet on all the cracks. Yeah, I went there. My portable bidet. I'll die on that hill, I don't care. Let's move you out a bit so I get a bit of a range. I do love this soundtrack. Oh wait, I have it on the wrong side. I need to flip you around. There we go. Much better. Now the open side faces that. Okay, hopefully this level should be able to take care of all the dirt up here. Why do I see this symbol, and I just think Cthulhu. Like Ninja Cthulhu. Yes, my bidet is very powerful. I even have a swirly feature to it. And if you ever want a 2-for-1 deal, or a 3-for-1 deal, I can get 2 of your buddies at the same time. I'm horrible, I know. I don't apologize. Wow, that was forgiving. I have like the best game commentary. Oh, there's a fetish for everything if you look long and hard enough. And then you laugh because I said long and hard. Oh, come on, you all laughed and admit it. You all laughed because I said long and hard. There are some things a grown adult will laugh at no matter what. Number 5, the number 69. Number 4, the number 420. 3, long and hard. I'm pretty sure somewhere is emasculate, or emasticate. Occasionally I would watch videos of, I think it was actually on Who's Line, words that sound naughty but aren't. I think it was a scene from a Hat episode. And then I saw a YouTube video of Colin Mockery with actual hair, and I'm like, my god, this man had hair? What the fuck? Like, the very first episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway? Look it up. He has hair. The Canadian bald man had hair. I am not even kidding. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, Colin. He had hair in the first episode. He was not always bald. Okay, let's head up. Mountain goat this bitch. Okay, I need to get the little tiny bit. That's probably part of it. Okay. That's one section down. Now I just need to do the rest of it. No problem. And by the time I finish, that volcano over there can shoot its shit back all over this, and I get to do it all over again. Perfectly reasonable. There's actually a VR game that I'm definitely wanting to get later on. I don't know if it's out yet, but apparently it's like a PvP between VR players. You got one VR player that acts as like a giant boss monster, and all the PC players unite to try to destroy the VR player, and the VR players try to destroy all the PC players, kind of thing. It's kind of fun from the videos I've seen of it. I think that would make a fun party game just to do sometime and be like, okay, I'm gonna play in VR. Who wants to try to beat the ever-loving shit out of me with random stuff? Oh right, I was talking about VR. Yeah, next thing I'm thinking about getting is a haptic suit, so that way I can feel things like being stabbed, shot, entry wound, exit wounds, blood loss. I heard it's a fun experience. And I hear the company that I'm trying to get it from also makes it for like people who don't have VR. So if you're ever feeling brave, you can get it too. Periods. Yeah, they got a simulation for that too. If I ever do that, I'm gonna record it and upload it. I'm gonna be that guy that's like, yeah, put it to the max. Let's do this shit. That way women can't say I wasn't some kind of baby about the whole thing. But I better get some damn chocolate after this. That'll probably be my whole attitude. Because if I'm going to experience what women are supposed to feel during a period, old boom chair scared the hell out of. Old boom. Oh, okay. You're gonna have to explain that one to me. I have no idea what you're talking about. Wait. Isn't this... I guess I got the wall cleaned. Okay, pyramid... Palace pyramid wall. Palace pyramid wall. 3 out of 14. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you're talking. I never actually had one of those. What I like to do is get one of those very expensive. It basically looks like a scorpion, but it's a gaming chair. And what you do is when you sit in it, your screen is sitting above you, and then when you enable it, it'll come swinging down, and you can put like 2 or 3 monitors in front of you. And then your keyboard and mouse slides over on its own pedestal, and I believe the desktop or the tower is actually put into the chair itself, so it's all self-encompassing. I would love to own one of those, but they're expensive as fuck. We're talking like tens of thousands. Like, very expensive. Like, you're gonna buy okay-ish car with this kind of money. Investment. You need a new car first. Yeah, fair enough. I would go certified pre-owned if I were to get another vehicle, but I'm trying to, save my money and not spend it. But then again, if I do get another vehicle, one of the things I was thinking about is just simply keeping my current one. So that way, if my one of them breaks down, I can just use the other one while the broken down one's in the shop. And then use my scooter to ferry between the two of them. I do want to upgrade my scooter to a better one. One that can handle like 300 pounds of weight and can go a span of at least 30 miles. I've seen some that's like 4 or 5 grand. Actual like scooters, kind of similar to what I have. And they can go up to like 70 miles an hour. ...2002 PT Cruiser from high school. No, for that, no, I won't judge you, because it just means that you've taken good care of a car that's lasted you a long time. Plus, you're not doing what I'm doing and driving literally 100 miles a day, 7 days a week. To the point that you need an oil change at least once to twice a month, depending on how many days have passed. Because 21 days passed, bam, I'm already at 2,100 miles. Yeah, for something like that, if you can manage to keep what you have, something like that, in good condition, that it still works year after year and is still reliable, yeah, I'm not going to judge you for that. There's no point in judging you for having a 2002 PT Cruiser. Because more often, especially for someone like you, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're only using it at best an hour a day. So, the 90% of the time that you own it is basically an overglorified paperweight. And you're paying taxes, insurance, income tax, registration fees, all that stuff, just to have it sit somewhere until you need it. Yeah. In my case, when I plan, what I would like to do is get my own home, and then when I do, have it like try and get something that's centrally located, so that way if I need groceries, I can just get on a scooter, go get groceries. Nothing extravagant, just go get groceries. And if I want food, I can just get on my scooter and go to a fast food place or a sit-down restaurant, that kind of thing. And then I wouldn't have a need for a vehicle. I could just get rid of my vehicle, bam, no insurance needed, no registration fees. I'd probably get away with not needing a driver's license, but I'm sure as hell gonna keep registering a driver's license, because you never know when I'll actually need to drive. I don't have to get mechanical work done. I don't have to have insurance. I don't have to worry about it getting stolen, repairs, oil changes, gas prices, literally nothing. Income taxes, declarations of property, all of it is now out the window. Yeah, you live centrally located, that most of your stuff you could probably just walk to. And if you need, like, let's say a car to carry your stuff back, it's just a quick trip. Like maybe a couple miles at best. One way. In my case, I'm driving like 100 miles a day. Well, it's probably less now, considering the fact that I traded in my boony route for a better route. And I'm getting done a lot earlier each day. The only problem is trying to get me on a regular sleep schedule. and actually waking up reliably. Yeah, but hopefully I'll get that sorted out. What I need to do is put my cell phone on a table away from the bed so I'm not just sitting there flipping through video after video. But it's better than just laying there doing absolutely nothing, bored out of my mind, trying to fall asleep. I find it funny that you prioritized meth heads over the mosquitoes. Yeah, true. You get wet, and then by the time you get home after a mile walk, your ass looks like that. You have to scrape the barnacles off something because you didn't dry off in the walk home. Then you end up having like somebody come visit you in Florida, and they're like, "Why do I have algae on my ass?" "Oh, it's the humidity. Don't worry about it. Just here, take this washcloth right here. Clean yourself up." The person takes it and it's like, "But this is sandpaper." Exactly. It works better. Just trust the process. And the sad part is you'll probably agree with everything I'm saying. I don't know if I should laugh or be terrified if I am actually right about that. 4 out of 5. That's how it always works. In every field, 4 out of 5 or 9 out of 10 will agree. And it's always that one fucker that never wants to agree with the group because screw group rules, man. I'm my own person. I drive my own trails. I mean, I like to know exactly what that 10th doctor or that 10th dentist is thinking when he disagrees with what everybody says with the latest type of toothpaste that came out on the market. I mean, seriously, what was going on in his mind? Because it's always 9 out of 10 dentists agree. What exactly is that 10th dentist thinking? What is his credentials? What are her credentials? What are their credentials? What what was their complete counter argument to this whole thing? Because I would really like to know. Yeah, it just turns into like an episode from 12 Angry Men. If you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. For those that don't know, 12 Angry Men, I believe, was actually based on a true story where you have a bunch of jurors that were determining if this man was guilty of the crime he was accused of. And the whole movie was this one guy holding out and eventually convincing others based on evidence, proof, and descriptions that maybe their judgment was wrong and he should be considered innocent. I think it's a movie that goes on like, what, 2 hours? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm cleaning like some kind of temple. I'm only 27% done. I do love this soundtrack. It's absolutely beautiful, especially the story it tells. Okay, that's that. Uh, so I still have you. Let's get the top. Now clean. I think I still have the bottom. No? There it is. Okay. You still. Sometimes when I'm trying to sleep, I'll actually listen to the soundtrack. The game's fun if you like the rhythm type paced games. I would highly recommend it. Should be rather cheap on Steam right now, too. Okay, that's you. Okay, so that side's done. Oh dear. Let's work on this facing. Yeah, just wait till I get to the inside. There's an inside to this. And before I quit the last time I played, I cleaned the entire floor, the base floor. There's 2 floors to this building. I'm trying to figure out how I would get to the top floor, but that'll be when I get there. They bleed pixies. You know what my favorite song is? I'm still calling bullshit on the fact that I can actually walk up this pyramid, especially the fact that I'm spraying water all over. There is no way I should be able to sustain foothold. Especially when I'm spraying uphill. If I was spraying downhill, I might believe your fucking theory, but seriously. Because I'm pretty sure you could categorize the wall as sheer facing or borderline to it. And the surface is rather smooth. There is no way in hell I should be able to stand upright carrying a power sprayer or a pressure washing system and maintain my foothold. DM me. Okay. No, you didn't. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, I don't see your DM. Because I assumed you were talking about Discord. Let's go down a bit. Okay. If I'm right, that should take care of the top. Yeah. The line is the limit. Ta-da! Another wall done. Actually, let's buy some shit. Modifications. Buy. Buy. Buy, and... Damn it! I don't have enough money. I need $6. Pretty sure there probably will be an achievement for buying, like, everything possible in the game. I think what I'll do when I finish, like, all the maps for this is probably go back to PC Building Sim. I want to check to see if they may do... Actually, I'm thinking about that. Will they do to VR? There's no way I would ever get it, so fuck buying PC Building Simulator 2. Yeah, apparently it's now they made some kind of deal with the developers for those that made the PC Building Sim. So I would love to play PC Building Sim in VR. I would love to do it. But apparently the first one is no longer getting any updates, support, what have you. It's officially a done game. And PC Building Sim 2 is Epic exclusive. I refuse to as much as make an account. I am not going to... If I could get away with it, I'm going to give Tencent as little information as I can. Now, granted, if somebody wants to play Epic games, that's their decision. I respect that. However, I refuse to deal with them because of bullshit like this. Because if you're going to say that your stance is try to make games as available as possible to the entire gaming community while simultaneously making exclusive deals that make your shop the only available platform on which you can get a game, then not only are you a hypocritical asshole, you need to shut up with your standpoint. They have done so much to lose any respect I have ever had for Epic. Especially the CEO, whatever the hell his name is, I don't even remember. But he can take a long walk on a short pier. Because this whole, we are making everything exclusive to our platform is understandable if you own the rights to the developers and it's a first-party title. I can understand that. But how are you as a company going to flourish if you're only going to sell to that platform? Because there's people that are going to realize that buying a console, making an account, or downloading a platform just for maybe less than 5 games is not worth it. You're better off being fully accessible to every platform that you can possibly be available to. I mean, sure, timed exclusivity, fine. I can handle I can deal with that. I can totally accept the whole idea of like a timed exclusivity deal. But purposely going out telling developers, hey, we understand that you kickstarted this game, but we want you to sell exclusively on our website, platform, what have you, even though you promised that you'd be on Steam or Switch or PlayStation or Xbox, what have you. But we want you to sell exclusive to us. And they take that deal. Not only is the company that bought that exclusivity deplorable, so is the company that did a Kickstarter and refuse to acknowledge their backers, because some people have actually done that. You have developers that would take the deal, went on Kickstarter, and said, we will release to platforms X, Y, and Z. Then Epic would go in, buy the exclusivity, even if it is a timed exclusivity. The people that kickstarted take back seat. And there's been so much backlash on things that like that happening that I think some people have actually got refunds on Kickstarter or through the company that did the Kickstarter because they didn't want to come off as bad as they actually are. But for the most part, I think the people just ended up keeping the money and running off. And that's one of the reasons I kind of have an iffy feeling about just giving money on Kickstarter or funding like early release games, because you never know what's going to happen the next day. Developers can promise you the world, but all it takes is like a day of deliberation, and suddenly that promise just doesn't mean jack to them. Whether it's executives making that call, them deciding that promise wasn't worth it, or just something else entirely. It's like, if you're going to make deals, make promises, just be open and honest. Be completely transparent with those that are giving you money and supporting whatever fundamental thing that you're trying to do with your time and creativity. That's why I try and support people that have good records as much as I can. I mean, AAA Landscape, they can support themselves whole-handedly on their own. Indie developers, it's kind of hit and miss because you never know what they're going to do next, if they can even afford to continue with what they're doing. Because a lot of games can just end up in development hell and just never see 100% completion, while gamers that are giving light to their games and whatnot are basically wasting their own time trying to create content on a game that isn't even fully going to be realized. Or you get invested in the storyline, it's like, okay, so what happens next? Well, you'll never know because they stopped making the game. Yeah, wasn't a lot of that success because of like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye that caused it to be saved? I may be wrong on that. That's what I thought. And isn't that the reason they put their bobbleheads in the game? Because they did such a good job giving the exposure that they needed to lift off from the point that they were? Okay, that's what I thought. I kind of figured that stuff out on my own after the first time I saw the Markiplier bobblehead. Sometimes I wish I could ever become that famous on YouTube, but also at the same time, I hope I never do. Because if you become that famous, you can just say goodbye to any personal life, because everybody wants to be in your business at that point. Now, granted, you can do wonderful things. I just don't want to be that famous. It'd be nice. Just being able to earn an income off games, making content like that. Having a team that I can help create better lives for because I can afford to pay them that kind of money. But at the end of the day, it's like, where do I want to invest my time? Hell, I mean, I don't even know what I want to do with my life at this point. I'm just mostly here taking care of my dog. I'd like to have an army of dogs. Just like you open the door and stampede of love and fluff starts coming at you. To the point it's like you have like a combined total of like 500 pounds of dog coming to welcome you home. This is how you die, kind of thing. That would be my goal. I would just like wants to have like a huge ass dog that's so happy the moment you come home, he body checks you into a coma kind of love. You wake up 3 days later, it's like, what happened? And you see the dog just laying on top of you. It's like, get off, I can't breathe. It was forced contact and then cuddles. That's when the rigor mortis set in. I mean, I'm not allowed to fake my death anymore. The one time I wake up in the middle of a funeral just to flip my pillow over to the cool side, everybody has a heart attack. So I can't do that anymore. That's one thing I want to do when I get a house. I want to have like a room dedicated to my pets. So that way when I go off to work or whatnot, or I just need to go to the store, they have a place that they can go. Even if they have an accident, I don't have to worry because the entire floor is protected with like those painter mats that's completely plastic with the spikes on the feet. I'll just use that to cover the carpet so that way if there's any accidents, it's covered that way. Get a couple birds, maybe a couple guinea pigs, and then just let them live in that room. Bring them out from time to time, cuddles, fun stuff, what have you. Except rabbits, those things can be mean. They can be cute, but I don't think I want to have a pet rabbit again. I had a pet rabbit once. I didn't like it because it kept scratching the hell out of my arms when I put it in its cage. Yeah, they can be bitey. It just depends on their temperament, really. They can be really friendly. It just depends on if they smell something on you that's sweet. Because a lot of times with animals like rabbits, guinea pigs, teddy bear hamsters, those kind of things, you have to be careful with what scent you have on your hand because if it smells like food, they might try and take a bite. And it's not that they hate you; it's because it's you smell good. There was one time I remember when I was a kid, I had this genius idea, and by genius I mean the complete opposite. I thought that I would uh put my teddy bear hamster that I had. I forget how long it lived. It lived quite a while, like years, maybe like 10 years or something. I don't remember. I thought before school I would put this thing in my pocket, my pants pocket, and let it ride around. And I'm trying to force, and I want to preface this by saying I regret doing this, but I was a stupid kid. What can I say? Um, I wanted to try to force this little tiny hamster into my pants pocket and let it ride around and just have its head poked out and look around, kind of thing. Well, suffice to say, it didn't really care for that idea and gave me a pretty good bite right on the webbing of my fingers. Let's just say I was bleeding for a while because I could not, my blood wouldn't clot the injury well enough. There we go. That's done. Yeah, I tried to turn it into a pocket rat, and it wasn't having anything to do with it. So it bit me pretty good. It didn't hurt. It hurt. Then again, that wasn't the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life. Probably the dumbest thing I've done with an animal, yes, but not the dumbest thing. Probably the dumbest thing my sister ever did was as a toddler, she shoved tweezers in an electric socket, knocked out the power in the entire, I think it, well, knocked the power out in our building. I think it may have knocked out the entire building itself because we were in a four, it was like a four rental area building side by side. Let's just say she had a nice little blister on her finger after that experience. Guessing this is the second. Yep, this is the second floor. Good. I can work on you after I finish the sides of this building. Yep, me and my sister weren't too bright growing up. I mean, I tried swallowing a quarter. I touched the exhaust pipe of my parents' vehicle after a long road trip. And let's just say I spent the entire day with my hand in a bowl of ice water to cool it off. What, sticking tweezers in an electric socket? No. Not everybody's done that. There was even one time my sister, as a toddler, decided that she was going to take the family pair of scissors and start cutting her hair. My parents were both asleep. It was just me and her that were awake in the living room. This was the same place that she did the whole electrocute herself stunt. And my response, instead of waking up my parents saying my sister has a pair of scissors and she's lopping her hair off like it was going out of style, was to literally hide under the couch. Oh boy, when my parents woke up, they were pissed. For what? Sticking tweezers in the electric socket or cutting his own hair? I would probably been kicked out of Catholic school for being left-handed. I'm pretty sure, but in the time that I went to school, they still, if they haven't stopped doing it, still smack people for being left-handed with a ruler going, use your right hand. Electric suck, fair enough. Blue the classroom. Nice. I'll listen to the song that you DM me later. I don't want to risk, like, DMCAs if I can. The only reason I played the long 45-minute song is because I know it doesn't ping as copyright. I know that for a fact because I played the game on Twitch, uploaded it to YouTube, didn't ping either cause. I'm just curious how the barnacles got up this high. And again, I know jack squat about barnacles. I'm assuming those are barnacles, that those little holes on the wall that I'm cleaning off. Yeah, games like this are definitely one of those relaxing ones where you see the progress as you go through it, and it's just satisfying. And the whole ding that makes your brain go burr. Brain go burr. Good news though, on my YouTube channel, I'm starting to get caught up on my backlog of videos. I only have like maybe 50 videos left to go through. I'm saving some of them for last because I plan on being a bit more specific on how I edit those. And when I get that all done, I'm hoping to improve on how I edit my videos so that way what I upload is shorter. I just don't have the time. So I have to be a little lazy with what I do. If I had the money, I'd just hire an editor. I could use that as a tax write-off at the very least. But I think I have to file it under a different method since I would be paying somebody, maybe? I don't know. That's a whole can of worms I don't want to worry about right now anyway. You didn't ding? Why didn't you ding? Okay, I see. So I have to clean that. I sees. I can do this. So out of curiosity, who else is there anybody here planning on actually watching the Super Mario live action or the I don't think it's a live action, the Super Mario movie that's coming out? Cuz it kind of terrifies me. What they need to do is they need to look for like people who make really good fan videos. What you Hollywood needs to do is go to YouTube if they want to make like live actions, animations of video games or whatever the hell they want. They need to go to YouTube, find a very good fan created film, contact those creators, and offer them a deal on being like the director and whatnot in making those movies. Instead of doing the BS that they did with all these live actions that have been coming out as of late. That's what I think. Because all the times do you have like games, animated series being turned into movies, it's always a disappointment or more often than not. Granted, some exceptions to the rules, but for the most part, they could do a lot better. That's my take. At least with this pyramid facing, it's easy to see the dirt for the most part. You're gonna attempt a nap? Alright, you take care. Thanks for coming to visit. Thank you for the sub. I'll probably see you tomorrow when we do Forewarned, and you can watch me suffer playing it in VR. Well, you'll be playing with me, but you can also, if you have a second screen. I'll probably download that first playthrough and upload it to YouTube as well, just so people can see my first attempt at playing it. Save it for posterity. But you go get your nap. I will talk to you sometime later. Yes, and that's what I'm sticking to. You don't know yet if it's actually going to terrify me or not. Do I need a massage gun for you? Okay. Comfy. There you go. Uncommonly spooked sometimes. I mean, I played Alien Isolation in VR. It couldn't be much worse. I do want to get back into playing VR games as well. Mummies are aggressive. Yeah, fair enough. Keep in mind, I never actually really watched Freezer and you all play, so I'll be more or less playing completely blind. Now, the question is there a tutorial type mode like there was in Phasmophobia where it's like, here's what you need to do to learn how to play the game kind of deal? Or is it, put on your bootstraps, we're going to drop you right into it? Okay. Then I'll want to make sure I do the tutorial first before everybody joins in. How long do you think that will take, roughly speaking? You don't think it... Okay. All this work and I'm only 34% done. I would be surprised if he did. Then again, games like that, it's like you already have an experienced person in the group, so it's just like you start the tutorial, you finish it, just so that way the game acknowledges the fact that you went into it, so you can move on, kind of thing. Oh, jeez. Yep. Let's pull out. There we go. That's more like it. It'll be so much fun. Call. Okay. Okay, maybe I need to go with a bit of a shorter one. Finally. After 3,000 years, I have finally cleaned one side of a wall. Wow, that was forgiving. It's like I had a huge amount there, but sometimes, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. You're done. You're done. Okay, so apparently the mural's separate. Wait, what? Okay, I don't even know why they have depicted vehicles. We're just gonna overlook that. It's fine. I see that thing right there and just makes me think of the Pizza Hut logo. At least I think it was Pizza. Yeah, pretty sure it's Pizza Hut. Sad part is pizza places will never be what they used to be, like they were in the 80s. I still have no idea why they're depicting technology such as that. There it is. Okay, moving on. Okay, huge mural this time. Hey, Brian. How are you? Yeah, it's only my second stream working on it. I think when I finished last stream, I was at maybe 10%. So, I mean, I've made some progress. Kind of. Almost. A little bit. If you pretend hard enough. Ah, there it is. Okay. I haven't finished the outside, but once I found the entrance to the second floor, I kind of just decided to work on here. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, considering this is like one of the last maps that they worked on. They're definitely going to make it big to get that good old content worth purchasing the game going. or crossover. I think I saw that on the Steam's homepage. Okay, I got all the clothing. I got all the modifications. I got all the equipment. No, I understand. I'm doing the career first, and then I'll get to the extra wonderful built-in content of stuff. I'll probably be at this a while, considering how much they've added since I played last. After this, I'm probably gonna do PC building sim. I still am. I ended up going on like a rant the stream about how much I hate Epic and their stupid exclusivities. You'd play through again if they had multiple profiles. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, worst case, I would play through the levels again just for the achievements. Oh, and tomorrow I'm gonna. Have you heard of a game Forewarned, LeBurn? Oh, it's kind of a puzzle solving game similar to Phasmophobia. I'm gonna be playing that for the first time tomorrow with friends, and I'll be playing it in VR. That's that done. Yeah, I'll be playing it with Hellfreezer, Lynn, and Venikins when I wake up from my sleep. They seem to be having fun with it. Hellfreezer got bored of Phasmophobia when they started threatening bans for people who use Wiimod. So he was basically, okay, I'm done with this shit. Because I mean, since since the developers actually went and corporized their studio and whatnot, Phasmophobia has just been becoming worse and worse by the update. From what I've been told, I haven't played it in a long time, so I couldn't really comment too much. But from those that I have heard that played on the regular basis, it's just become a shit show. Which is a shame because it started off so well with just the one developer and then they had to corporatize it. Starting with we will ban players if they are offensive, say offensive things, just some kind of banning system, and it's like, okay, you're starting to do bad, stop. And they're like, no, we won't. Hold our beer. We can do worse. That's the arch. Oh, almost done. It actually looks really nice compared to all the dirt and gunk all over it. Hey, Ferret. How you all doing? How's everybody? You doing good? Bushy, that statue is of you, right? What statue? How does it feel to be worshipped by as a god by ancient underwater civilization destroyed thousands of years ago before your birth? A little odd. What statue? Are you talking about the one in the middle I haven't cleaned yet? You're welcome. Okay, so it is talking about that statue. You two behave. What am I kidding? You two won't. Yep. Uh-huh. I will turn the stream and take it back home. And there it is. Mhm. Behaving? Yeah. One of these weekends, I'm gonna need to load up a game of golf with friends. I haven't played that game in a while. Hey, Freezer. I know the two of you. You two don't behave when you're together. You're both trouble. We all know it. How was your sleep, Freezer? Oh, that reminds me. I need to judging the call queue. People starting to get busy. Hopefully, you don't get too many people you just want to high five to the face with a solid type of implement. I'm not giving any ideas. I'm being a good boy. I'm a good boy with good boy ideas. Okay, Lynn, tell me that doesn't look like the Pizza Hut logo. Papa Grease has been here. No, Pizza Hut, not Papa John's. Though to be fair, I could go for some Papa John's right now. I haven't had that in like since last year. I forget the last time I ordered pizza. It's been a while. I may do that when I game with my friends tonight. I also have a ton of gift cards to like Panera Bread and a few other places. Panera Bread, I have the most gift cards to. I have like three, and my parents gave me one, but it's at their house still, and they forgot to return it because I forgot to bring it home with me. And we've been in a constant state of forgetting to bring it to each other, things to each other. I still remember Pizza Hut though when I was a kid. That was like the best place to go for pizza back in the day. Now it's just like a sad shadow of what it once was. At least to me, that's what it seems like. I'm pretty sure my grandparents on my dad's side ended up stealing like a ton of their cups. Because how else would they gotten the same cups that Pizza Hut serves their drinks in? You know, those red ones with the glass fragment look to it. If you've been to Pizza Hut, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But this was like back in the 80s, 90s, so I guess only 90s kids will understand. Yeah, you would know, Lynn. I figure at least out of all the people currently here, you'd be the one to understand what I'm talking about. Since like Fraser's from Scotland, and I forget where LeBurn and Fair are from. I know LeBurn's not from uh, in the States. Pretty sure. What can I say? I'm a little forgetful. What do you mean racist? Okay, so you're telling me you have a Pizza Hut. Oh, also, how's the quality of the stream? Is it a lot better than it was those times the other day? Oh, you do? I didn't think you did. Okay, so maybe I am racist. Or Americanist? I don't know. Yeah, it was like a few days ago, for some reason, I was dropping frames left, right, and center, and it's like, what the hell's going on? Because I didn't do anything to my stream. I didn't really change any settings or anything, and I was just dropping frames left, right. Yeah, I know you have running water and indoor toilets. I didn't say you were that primitive. Alright, Parrot was the one that's from Australia. Uh, try to remember where everybody in the communities I am in are from. It's taxing. You'll have to forgive me. I'm sorry. I honestly don't really think too much about those things. I mean, hell, when I first listened to Hellfreezer, I didn't even know he was Scottish. I couldn't even place where he was from. That's that side. Okay, what? That's that one. I could just keep working my way around the circle. What's the fish for? Ooh, fish tacos. Fish tacos sound good right now. That's like the only type of tacos I eat. That's because I went to California twice. Honestly, there's nothing really in California I ever care about going back for, ever. I do like how the blue lighting reveals itself. That amuses me. Okay, what am I missing? Can't be that. I'll get it anyway. Yep. Still have to do the ceiling. What am I missing? Ah, you. Okay. There it is. That's the beep I was looking for. You figure being inside when the volcano would go off, some of this would have been saved from that type of pollution. But no, literally everything is covered in this sludge, muck, whatever the hell it is. There it is. There, no, where did I? There I was. Okay. Like, where did I leave off? I don't even remember. You think playing this game I have some kind of ADHD, not being able to focus on one thing, just doing something and moving on to the next thing. I get so easily distracted, it's not even funny. The lore. The lore fish? Lynn's obsessed with the lore of the game. Yeah, I saw some of it. Like, ancient Egyptians with vehicles, a gnome, which I threw off into the cliff. There's another gnome, which I still threw off in the cliff. Bicycles, motorcycles. Don't put the golf cart before the horse, before the wagon. That I cleaned. Yeah, that gnome's like in all of these pictures. The prophecy has foretold I shall have pizza for dinner tonight, comma, probably. I was good. I did my editing for a video before I went to work this morning, and I already have today's video uploaded, waiting for it to drop. So, I think while I'm gaming with my friends, or waiting for the game to start, I'll probably edit another video and prepare the next one for upload. I just like revealing the blue light line. It's pretty. If I was ever reincarnated into a form of a flying bug, my cause of death would be Bug Zapper. I guarantee it. Because I would be like, ooh, pretty light. Is there anybody else here, or am I the only one that would consider a bug zapper quality entertainment? No change there then? No change where? Don't judge me. That's mean. Well, I'm pretty sure you have your reasons. What's funny is I see those videos with the what looks like a tennis racket, but it's one of those bug zappers, and people are just touching it to see how bad it is, and then they get shocked, and I just laugh my ass off. I'm pretty sure if I was ever reincarnated, two things would probably stick with me into my next life: my love for sugar and pretty lights. Because when I was a kid, and I used to go to like fairs like Six Flags and stuff during the night, I would beg my parents to get me those types of glow bracelets and glow sticks and just glow accessories that you have to crack and it lights up. And I'm like, I want. And
Come
then
with me, and you'll be in a world of OSHA violations. Come with me, and you'll be forever happy.
thank you for the follow wish. How are you doing? How are you today? What's going on? And do you think a hot dog sandwich is a taco? I think it is. I think a hot dog in a bun counts as a taco. You want a reason to judge me? There's a reason to judge me. Yes, but it's still the same shape and consistency of a taco. Therefore, hot dog is a taco. It's just a soft shell. I mean, you got hard shell tacos, you got soft shell tacos. Hot dog bun, soft shell. Yeah, I'll go to bed in a bit. Actually, what time is it? Totally a taco. Okay, the next thing you're going to tell me is fish tacos don't count as tacos either. I hear the judgment typing from your mechanical keyboards all the way over here. I was talking mostly about Fraser, but that works too. I love how I barely even finished any of that, and it still counted. Oh, there's something to be in. I'm not into ASMR by a long shot, but there's something to be enjoyed about the sound of mechanical keyboards typing. And it conveys a lot of things, especially by how the person types. Like, you can tell if you're like in a voice chat with somebody and they have that long paragraph they're typing in anger, you can just feel the anger in the typing. It kind of reveals the mood of the person if you hear the way they type, especially with a mechanical keyboard. Actually, to be fair, I would love to have a giant ass cheeseburger that I could just sit on and consume in my leisure. I could go for that. You know what I want? I want the cheeseburger pizza from Papa John's that they have on special every once in a while. That's what I want. That's some good shit right there. I absolutely love that stuff. Though that's one of the few examples where I will actually eat pickles. Because I can only slightly taste them, but it's okay because I'm not going to spend the time trying to pull all the pickles off because it just makes the burger. Eh. Nobody knows my kinks. Or if I have any. Nobody. I have not admitted that really to anybody at all ever. That secret's just gonna die with me. No, I'm not into tentacles. No, I don't like pickles. There's very few exceptions. It's kind of like how I don't like pineapple, but as long as I don't taste it, I'll eat it. Which is goes the same for coconut and Samoas. Oh, fuck me. Thank you, LeBurn. Philosophy freezer. Or philosophical freezer. You help. Thank you. Oh, I would try lamb kebab. I do enjoy lamb. Oh, nice. What I find funny is Sherry Lewis back when I'm not sure if she's still alive or not, but um when she would go into like restaurants, if people recognized her, gyros. I don't think I've ever had a gyro. But what's funny is Sherry Lewis would go into restaurants, and if anybody would recognize her, she would deadpan look them in the eye when they took her order and order the lamb chop right off the menu. She horrified a lot of people that way, and I absolutely love hearing that story. And again, I used to watch lamb chops play along so many times when I was a kid. I love that show, but then again, I was also the idiot that didn't even know what ventriloquist was at the time. I thought it was a real talking lamb. Yeah, she was a chaotic queen. When I was growing up, I was an idiot. Let's face it. I also had my sister convinced when I was growing up that I was actually an actor that participated in the animated series Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and she believed every single word of it. I lied so hard through my teeth on that. Me and my sister were idiots. You could tell us literally anything, and we would have believed you. What, lying to my sister? Nah, it was in good fun. This was actually back when we tolerated each other. Then when we moved to where my parents live now, we basically just all we did was argue and fight. I don't even make an effort to talk to her anymore. But that's what happens. Only family I really talk to on the regular basis is my mom and dad, and that's it. And my puppies. And my puppies. You're such a good puppies. Yes, you are. I gotta work hard. Not easy being a single dad of a dog who doesn't talk back. She just sasses. Huh? Here earlier for what part? Oh, get bell. Okay, I can get bell pet. But yeah, for those that just got to see her for the first time, that is my only dog, Bella. She turns 11 this year. She has, at this point, stage 3 kidney failure. So I'm trying to make up for lost time by keeping her with me at all times so I can spend as much time with her as I can. Uh, I do plan to get like an ultrasound for her scheduled, hopefully in the next coming weeks, to try to see if it's something that can be mitigated to some extent. But I won't know until that happens. There is suggestions that she could uh, positively recover some way, but if not, her current insurance plan will refund the difference for the lack of her teeth cleaning and things that she can't get because of her kidney problems. I mean, to be fair, she is 10, turning 11 this year, so she's lived a long life. I just kind of feel bad because I've left her locked up while I go deliver newspapers just because of one stupid senior home. If they confront me about anything, they can deal with the repercussions of me not delivering inside their facility anymore. Because my priorities are my dog, not them. And I'll take that to the damn bank. You can guarantee it. Actually, I think she turns 11, I want to say, like, in a couple months from now. I'll have to check her paperwork. But again, I think I put her birthday on my calendar. The floor is such a pain, though. There's a lot of places when you're cleaning in this game, it's like, it can be this specific. Like, you have that one tiny little section that you need to get before it dings off as completed. And others, you could literally miss a mile of it, and it'll clean off like 10% of the entire wall and say, oh, you're done. Okay, where's the last bit? Oh, okay, so it's counting all that too. Got it. Ah, crud. Oh well. Just walk back up the wall. Perfectly fine thing to do. There's no way that should even be feasible. Okay, good. Now for the actual ceiling. Oh shit, don't do that again. I like Mr. Stubby. I like Lieutenant Stubbs. Fine. But Mr. Stubby. I can't tell him he's inadequate right now. He might be he might be self-conscious. Hey, what Lynn's preferences is a different conversation. I'm staying out of that one. Besides, I do a great job freaking Lynn out when I play VR anyway. I'll save that for tomorrow. You should have seen it. There'd be times where I used to play Phasmophobia in VR, while Hellfreezer was streaming on his YouTube channel, and Lynn would be playing, and just the movement that you'd see from my end, from their perspective, is absolutely hilarious. Sometimes I would hunch on the ground and just start moving around. I've done that a few times. The only problem when I do that is I'm the one that can't see what it looks like from my end. So I have to have other people like clip it or take a screenshot or something so I can just see what they're seeing through their eyes. It's kind of funny. Also freaky for some people if they're not ready for it. The Zumba Roomba. Yeah. I think there was even one point I actually laid on my back and then pressed myself upward. Reverse crab walking. But that really doesn't track well. What was more fun though is when I die in Phasmophobia. If I died in Phasmophobia in VR, people could see what I was actually carrying because when you're dead, you can pick up like props, like cans and whatnot in the house and carry it around. And normally, if you do that, people don't see what you're carrying. But if you have somebody playing it in VR, they see exactly what you're carrying and how you're carrying it. Yeah, I got the tripod. I don't really like this because it feels like I'm just missing stuff. I think I'll just use that. I don't like using these type of attachments. It just seems more work, really. Oh, glitched into the belt. Oh yeah, okay. I remember what you're talking about now. Yeah, somehow I ended up getting a tripod put on my belt. I think Lynn actually took a screenshot of it for posterity. Posterity? Posterity? Something. Well, if you check, go to your Steam library and just click on the game, it'll show. Okay. Well, that kind of works. I guess I'll just do that. Though I'm not a fan of the tripod one. Yep, that's the outer core. Now for the inner core. Depending on what time it is when I finish the ceiling, I may call it. Because I should be getting to bed soonish. Well, I need to do some research for my game before I go to bed. And then I need to go to bed. I may order pizza for dinner. I haven't had pizza in a long time. I think I deserve it.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of OSHA violations. Come with me, and you'll be forever happy.
Iseto, thank you for the follow. How are you doing today? What is going on? I see that it almost makes me think of like an MMA arena, kind of. Going to buy pizza? Okay, so the important question is what kind are you getting and from which pizza place? Asking the important questions. Local pizzeria in Sweden. And it's a kebab pizza with green salad with garlic. Ooh. I actually know a couple people from Sweden. But pizza kebab, I don't think I've had one, but that does sound good. Have a slice for me, too. And that's cleaned. Yes. Yes. Filthy. Must clean the filthy. Okay, come out, Mr. Stubby. It's just you and me. What time are we at? 10:57. Okay, yeah, I should probably call it. We'll do this one facing. Once I hear the ding, we call it. Which is down to right there. That's where the dings will come from. Oh, that's fine. I was just saying I don't think I've had a pizza kebab or kebab pizza, but I also know a couple people from Sweden, so it's nice to meet somebody else from there. Have a slice for me while you're out there, if you could be so kind. Yeah, pizza is probably one of my favorite foods anyway. It's versatile. You can pretty much have anything you want on it. And only some people will judge you for it. But it was definitely nice to meet you. I do try to stream sometimes in the mornings. It just depends on when I get home from work and whatnot. But I typically do stream towards the nighttime. That's usually roughly your morning. I want to say it's what, like 8 p.m. your time right now? No, it couldn't be 8 p.m. More like 7, 6? Shit. I forgot what the time zone is in Sweden. It's been a while. 6 p.m.? Okay, so you're 7 hours ahead of me. Okay, which means that you're 1 hour ahead of the UK. Okay, that's easier to remember then. Wait, 6. Yeah, that's 7 hours. Scotland, it's 6 p.m. So yeah, you're 1 hour ahead of the UK. Okay. So yeah, when I usually stream, it's like early morning for you. But I won't keep you anymore if you need to head out. I'm about ready to finish up here anyway. Once I hear that beautiful little ding that makes my mind go burr. It makes me happy. Yeah. I love that noise. It makes me happy. It really does. Um, Wrong one. Ah, fair enough. Spending all my money on cleaners I don't plan on using. How much money do I have left to earn? Uh, Value 2,500 or 2,250. So I still have a little under 1,000 left to spend from this job. Okay, that was definitely fun. We made progress. I didn't clean an entire map, but